Today we've arrived at our first Caribbean country, Cuba. We've all heard about Havana, the old retro cars, the Havana Unana, but this episode is not about that. We'll also be exploring the countryside of Cuba, the tobacco fields of Viñales, and the hidden paradise of Varadero that no one talks about. This trip was a real roller coaster of emotions, from getting scammed to food poisoning.
Alina got back home, she just immediately started feeling temperature and she was just vomiting the entire time.
To road accidents and learning the heartbreaking truth about how people are living here under world sanctions.
What's the normal salary in Cuba?
Medical t-shirt, $6 lady. Nothing.
For what? For 1 month?
1
For
month.
long.
No way!
How do you earn money then? Join us as we take you through all of it, the good and the bad, and everything in between.
Her mother said she never before paint with markers because in Cuba is expensive.
This was one of the hardest, rawest adventures we've ever had, and a life lesson we'll never forget.
We're in Havana!
It's almost like we teleported into Europe, no?
Yes, looks so different!
You know what I like about the city the most? Is the lively music everywhere. Like you can literally hear people singing from our apartment at Airbnb. Also the music here always gives us fun energy and I'm loving the city. Yeah, literally when you hear music here, you just want to dance everywhere. No wonder the people here always dance salsa.
Yeah.
Always so much music going on. It's just part of the lifestyle here. And also, by the way, salsa is invented in Cuba. We came to this area. They call it the central area just because everything is so well organized here. See, there's so many different kinds of transportation options and include these American retro cars that you'll be seeing everywhere here in Havana. And also behind me right there, that's the what they call the Capitol. It's apparently now used as a parliament in Cuba. But this is actually a rather touristy area, so that's why you can see tons of very unique cars here. It's almost like I walk into like a car show. You want a red one, the pink one, the blue one, all kinds of color, it's here. Now you might be wondering, why are there so many American retro cars in Havana? I think the reason why is because there's actually a sanction from American government to Cuba. Basically, they don't have any new imported cars or any kind of import goods or food or services. And also, in general, cars here, because the government controls the selling of cars, the car prices here are way more expensive than usual it should be. So it's roughly between like a 40,000 to 100,000 just for a normal car. In US dollars, this is. Just think about it. People here on average salary, maybe they are earning roughly between 13 to 39 US dollar. But you can imagine 40,000 and $13, that is a huge gap. And even the lowest quality car, the oldest one, still can cost up to $20,000, which is very expensive for the local people here. That's why they rely on these old retro cars back from 1940 to 1960. And they just pass on generations from generations between family, and they just keep repairing it. And these days they actually get parts from China and Russia, and they improve the engines, so it makes it more like a modern car. By the way, apart from the retro American cars, there are also these Coco taxis, kind of like these. It's almost like a helmet, right? But these are actually official government taxis as well. But they're just in such a unique shape. It's basically a tricycle, but just in like a helmet shape. So we've made it to the lunch place, and this place is called Esto no es un café. Basically, it means this is not a cafe. So I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a restaurant, maybe it's not, but we're gonna eat here for lunch today.
So this is traditional Cuban dish, and it's called rapa vieja. It's
Vieja.
Vieja.
Ha.
Ha.
J is H.
Yes,
My name is
just
Justin.
to learn Spanish before I'm not. So it's a steamed meat with some veggie.
And for me, I got the boyo boyok, which basically is the chicken thigh with veggies and like how they decorate the plate as well. So beautiful.
So total bill amount for 6,600 peso. How to get money in Cuba? First, I want to tell you something important. When you come to Cuba, always bring with you euro or dollar cash. Here, no ATMs. You cannot withdraw money at all. And credit card doesn't work. After that, they have a free ways of how to exchange your money. Number one, it's a bank. You go to bank, but probably they'll give you like really poor rate. So I'm not recommend that way. Second way is on street. Many people, they can come to you and offer you exchange money. Okay.
Also, if you need to change the money, my place 320.
Okay. But because you never know what kind of exchange rate they have, that's why I found special website where usually local people watching how much is exactly the black market rate. I will put the link in below, so if you come to Cuba, you can check it out. And number three, you can exchange from special person who will come to your apartment. Yesterday, that's technically what we did, because our hotel owner, he actually offered us 330 peso per 1 euros. After that, he came to our hotel and he bring us a lot of cash. It feels like just like a movie, you know. It was like that many, so we don't even know how we can keep this money, how we can, like, you know, bring with us to cafe, restaurants, and everywhere.
Remember the change I told you in the.
Oh, yeah.
Change the money, no problem. In the street is danger.
Tú me miras y se me agota la respiración.
Wow.
Come on. Cuando yo te miro se me sube el corazón. En silencio tu mirada dice 1000 palabras. La noche en la que te suplico que no salga el sol.
So beautiful music.
Bailando, bailando.
I know
Tu
the
cuerpo y el
song.
mío llenando
Really?
el vacío, subiendo y bajando. Bailando, bailando. Ese fuego por dentro me va enloqueciendo, me va saturando. Con tu física y tu química, también tu anatomía, la cerveza y el tequila y tu boca con la mía. Ya no puedo más, ya no puedo más. Con esa melodía, tu color, tu fantasía, con tu filosofía, mi cabeza está vacía. Ya no puedo más, no, ya no puedo más. Yo quiero estar contigo, vivir contigo, bailar contigo, tener contigo una noche loca y besar tu boca. Yo quiero estar contigo, vivir contigo, bailar contigo, tener contigo una noche loca con tremenda noche. Arriba, come on. Oh, 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 oh.
Bravo!
Amazing.
Where are you from, ladies?
I'm from Russia.
Ah, my country, you like?
Yes, I love
beautiful.
Cuba.
I love the people here.
Oh, yes. What's your name?
My name's Justin.
Orlando.
Orlando.
¿Y you?
Alina,
Alina, nombre cubano.
I love your
Encantado.
hair. Thank you.
Your hair is beautiful and your singing is beautiful.
Your
too.
voice is so lovely.
Yeah.
Every day they play, every day. Hey, you know? Every day.
Since how old you start playing guitar? When you was young?
Yeah, desde chico. I'm 50.
50.
50.
Wow. Your style is really cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good day.
¿Quieres una invita para comer algo chino?
Ciao, my
Para
friend.
comer.
Ciao.
Thank you.
¿Tienes una invita para comer?
Thank you.
We are happy to give tips to people for their art, for they express, for things that they're doing, but we're not happy to give just for people who begging money without, you know, doing nothing.
Now that we've shown you the touristy side of Havana, we actually want to show you the more local side of it because, you know, sometimes when we travel, the local side, it tends to be even better. This is like Havana is for me, it's like an art city. Everywhere is beautiful painting, graffiti, so it's music everywhere. It's just so exciting always.
Cuba. Aquí.
Oh, refreshment. Oh, thank you. It's a minty. Beauty for you. Thank you. Go.
We're together. Thank you. One thing you can see immediately as soon as we leave the tourist area is the amount of rubbish that is filling the streets.
It's just the system of collecting rubbish doesn't work properly here.
Yeah, I think the government doesn't really have a good waste management and people in general just don't have the awareness as well, so they just throw rubbish on the floor.
This is just something you need to close your eyes and pretend you don't see in Havana.
Yeah. suddenly we heard some music and turn around, we saw a market just in front. So we're gonna check out what local people are shopping. See, you know, before coming to Havana, we already know that in Havana there is not really a lot of basic necessity goods. Also, in terms of food, they don't get a lot of options just because, first of all, I was saying, you know, the US sanctions, so there's nothing really imported from America. And also in general, because maybe the farming practices here, they are not very developed, so that's why the variety of fruits and veggies is also very limited. Even for dairy products, it's super hard to find in supermarkets. Like the other day, because we actually brought cereal from another country to here, knowing that there's not going to be cereal here. And then what we realized is that we couldn't find milk, fresh milk at the market. It's just because there's just no cows, no imports. So that's why it was super difficult. All they have was powdered milk. In terms of food here, usually it is very expensive for the local. Just imagine, because they cannot grow these products, they cannot get it from anyone. And other countries are also too scared to send products into this country because they worry US would sanction them as well.
That's why Cuba now in so bad condition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, just now this sweet lady, she's selling powder for washing powder. Everyone just trying to earn money like how they can in this country. It's also sad that like people need to live like this, and it's not because they want to live like this, it's just because of the government.
Because the government here actually controls all kind of industry, including agricultural activities. That's why usually the government like to set the price higher and they control the prices. That's why it is so expensive here. By the way guys, we also just bought a SIM card from a local store. See, the thing is, here in Cuba, right, the internet itself is extremely limited and you often very slow or sometimes even non-existent as well, just because there's so many internet users in Cuba. But at the same time, the infrastructure for internet, the bandwidth is like this, but then there's a huge amount of people like this. So that's why usually internet is very unreliable here, and often it's only around 3G.
Also, you can see here so many Russian car Lada. Cuban people just love to use Russian car.
So now, after exploring the city for a while, I think we are very tired. So I think we're gonna go back to the Airbnb and rest a bit. And this Airbnb is so beautiful. That's why we really want to give you guys a room tour.
I'm so excited.
Welcome to our Airbnb for a few nights of stay in Havana. And what I like about this Airbnb is that it has such a big area. Just a heads up, it's gonna be a big apartment. Right off the bat, on this side, this is actually kind of like a lounge area. You can see the decorations here are very retro, like the retro painting, retro DVD players over there. And on the other side, right at the entrance here, there's actually already a toilet, and there's some decorations here as well. And I just found this thing right here. I think it's kind of like a scooter for around the house. Maybe I should get on this to bring you guys on a tour. All right, come on in guys, follow me. So this right here is our bedroom. Oh, my car cannot go in, so I'm gonna park right here. It's such a big space again. The design itself, I think it just matches with the city vibe. I think that's the whole idea behind this Airbnb, is that it's designed in a way so that it matches the aesthetic of the city. All right, I'm gonna, again, follow me. Now this right here is the next bedroom, and then on top of there is actually another bed. No space.
Just like from movie, you know, this movie. How yesterday I said
Saw?
Yeah, this movie Saw.
Creepy vibe?
Yeah. This is my favorite room tour so far. I love it.
On this space right here, there is actually a toilet. You can see again, it's very retro design. So this is actually the main shower space. And moving on to the next space, see, this is also the working space as well. So Alina and I have actually been working around here just because there's a table. And on top of that, there is actually another bed, double bed. Where did I park my bike? Forgot. Okay, moving on to the next space. Welcome to the kitchen area. This is almost like a master chef kitchen because you can look at the amount of like, you know, pots, pans. It's almost like you're in IKEA. Basically, you have everything here. From the side, there is the oven. From the looks of it, it looks like a proper master chef stove. So on this side, all kinds of equipments for your cooking. Wait, I just realized they've got a dishwasher here as well.
Yeah.
What? So just when you thought this is it, no, it's not. This apartment is bigger than you thought. Beep, 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 beep. Let's go out and have a walk. Anyway, this is the balcony area. And as we walk by this alleyway, there are different species of plants. Just, feel the greenery space. You can actually walk all the way back to our room. And honestly, because we love it so much, I think we'll just leave the link in the description. So if you guys want to come and check out this Airbnb when you're in Havana, you can feel free to do so. I think it's such a beautiful area. Well, I'm looking. Juice here costs around $2-3. People here salary, don't forget, is between $13 to $39. So it's really hard for them to buy.
I also notice you can see the cage here. So now, because it's a daytime, it's open. But usually at night, they close this cage and they're selling to people products only through this cage. So you cannot go inside in the nighttime. I think it's because for safety reasons they made like this.
Many countries, they cannot import the products into Cuba. So that's why they only have a very limited selection of food products. So that's why when we came here, we actually had to buy some other food to bring it into Cuba so that we're not paying overly expensive prices.
I feel like in Cuba, so far, 0 people told us don't film. Before, in Morocco, when we travel, like almost every single person told us, don't film, don't like. But in Cuba, we just feel so freedomly. We film anyone and they just they always like to posing. I feel like they're so open to camera too, which I love.
Yeah, people are so chill here. I love it. So usually when we travel, we're always on high alert for scams, and to be honest, we were so impressed by the friendliness of the Cuban locals here that we didn't realize we were slowly walking into a scam. We met this guy on the street and he was just telling us about Cuba and his life just like other friendly locals did the other day. Listen carefully to what he says now.
Tonight, si you have good place for dancing, Fábrica de Arte.
Fábrica de Arte.
The arte is good discoteca for good dancing, pero university, más small cheap. Because picture, tourists, ahora por ejemplo, for dancing, for food, for drink, is local place. It's more cheap. Understand?
Yeah.
Or you tourist, you you don't rich. Understand? This is local place, it's very cheap. Food, drink, similar Cuba. Ahora this restaurant expensive. For example, this restaurant Losten, like this, $20. Cuban people, good Losten, $2,000. $5. Losten, rice, is bean, ensalada, one mojito, one coffee.
Yeah.
What's the normal salary in Cuba?
I meet in the school for month medical teacher $6 lady. Nothing.
$6?
$6, 3,000 Cuban pesos. Nothing.
For what? For 1 month?
1
For
month.
month.
No way!
How do you earn money then?
Yeah, because before Cuba see the people happy, Revolution Fidel Castro. Now, one president, no government. Only money and give you not for people.
This guy seemed really friendly and he even told us a few interesting stories, like see that shop over there? Locals here still get food through a ration booklet called the libreta. It lets each family buy basic items like rice, sugar, beans, oils, and sometimes eggs at super low prices. But the portions are usually small and it's rarely enough for the whole month, so most people have to buy extra food elsewhere, usually at higher price points. You can say it's like a minimum safety net. There's still not enough, but it's better than nothing.
For example, you go to the restaurant. You food, you for me no pay money. Restaurant, they give me some food for my family. Rice, is bean, help me.
So commissions.
Exactly, but no money. It's the food. Simple. Read the restaurant. You go restaurant. I mean finish your food, no money. Stamper, I mean you go for big market every day. I give you the food for my family. Understand me?
Yeah.
I give take for family, no money. Rice, bean, chicken. For 6 months, my family happy.
Or for example, people are crowding around this kiosk with old electronics simply because they don't have enough money to buy a new TV, so they have to keep fixing their old ones for many years.
So he was actually saying that, now Cuba itself is actually very safe. The people, they're not very dangerous people. There's no gang, no cartel or drugs or nothing. But in general, the problem right now is really hunger and poverty, just because people here, they don't have the means to survive, and that's the real problem.
And then almost casually, he led us into a local bar to show us some Che Cubano posters. It already felt a little bit suspicious, but at that point we trusted him.
Hola! Hola! In Cuba, the people is every day, not for today, for forever. When you go to second day, it's the same.
And then this guy just casually asked, do you want a mojito? It's invented in Cuba. So we thought, why not? Because he was kind to us and drinks don't cost much in Cuba.
This is the friend, and this is the Havana bar. It's the best mojito in all Cuba. It's local place.
Best.
And Cuban and the guys together for Hong Kong and Russia.
So while this guy is happily making for us free gigantic cocktails, I decided to ask off camera how much it cost. He smiled and said, don't worry, it's a local place, not touristy, very cheap.
They were trying really hard to create this festive, welcoming atmosphere for us while sneakily pushing all sorts of things that we didn't need. Like at one point they brought over a cigar without even asking if we wanted one, and he was already getting ready to light it. Luckily the guy didn't have a lighter and had to step away, and that's when it hit me that something just didn't feel right. And sure enough, just as we took the first sip of those giant cocktails, he finally dropped the bomb. The price was $45. We were completely caught off guard, and that's a lot of money in Cuba. No regular cafe would ever charge that much for a drink. Plus, we didn't even have that kind of cash on us.
45 what?
Hey, this is dollar.
I don't have this money. I asked how much it cost and he didn't tell me. So he said it's so cheap. Usually in the cafe price is 500 max.
Pero
for
no
drink.
this, lady.
But I ask you how much. I haven't drink. We don't have 5,000 for paying for this.
Pero this is Cuban, it's normal, lady.
But you should tell that. I ask you before I ask you what's the price. You tell me that it's cheap.
Cheaper, this is 5,000 is nothing.
But you're saying your salary is 3,000, right?
In Cuba.
So how you can pay for this if your salary only 3,000? Means it's a lot, no?
I go tourist, no Cuban people. Understand? Or you tourist, you don't stupid, you don't rich. Understand? This is different. For example, for tourists, it's different. It's not expensive. Ahora, for Cuban, it's expensive. The same for the salary. No, my friend, is the pay. This is the
You
goal.
can pay max $10, okay?
You give me.
Okay.
Yes, okay, no problem.
We told him we could pay $10 at most, especially since we haven't really touched the drink, and they seemed to agree. But then at some point they must have realized we've got more cash in our bag, and that's when everything shifted. They started pushing for more and more until we empty out every single last coin from our wallet.
No $10, no 10 pesos, $10.
You said you
This is
earn
15.
You said you earned.
$6 per month.
No, 15, 1-5. Medical t-shirt, $6, lady. Nothing. Listen, my friend, this is nothing.
You know what this is called in English? It's called a scam.
Pero this is not my business. I made this.
These people, they didn't care at all. No sympathy, no kindness. Just look at this guy. He's still smiling while Alina was crying. And honestly, what kind of normal cafe or restaurant argues with a guest like that? Usually in a heated situation like this, they just let it go, especially if the guest barely touched the food or drinks. But this was different. This was a setup from the start. They brought us there on purpose just to squeeze out every last bit of cash, because in their eyes, we weren't people. We were walking cash cows.
And after that, we just said, like, you know, we don't have this kind of amounts of money with us. Like, this is 5,000, everything we have. And they don't let us go out. They become so angry and so aggressive. They scream at us. They push Justin. It's like, it becomes so crazy. I didn't even expect this.
Like she didn't even drink.
I didn't even drink this full mojito. I just did one sip and I asked, like, and after that he told how much is this, and I said, like, we cannot afford this.
She didn't drink.
No, sí.
Pagaste uno, son dos.
One bottle.
Tiene que darme
No.
uno. Y el de ella.
I didn't drink.
Es de ella.
No more money.
Oye, si
No
tienes
more
más
money.
money. Mira, mi dinero. Mi money, ¿qué tú tienes aquí? ¿Qué tú tienes? Déjalo. ¿Qué ponte ahí?
Okay,
Policía, y tú vas a ir presa aquí. Oye, no te metas más.
Ya, eso,
No te metas más, este es mi dinero.
Hey.
Mi dinero. Uno, tomaron dos. Uno, pagaste uno, pagaste el otro. ¡Vea, no te metas!
The first time ever where I feel like there's a chance that he's gonna punch me. Like he was so aggressive that I thought I was about to get into a fight.
Yes, they immediately look at our bag. They started watching back and they started saying, like, oh, they have probably money. So they start, like, telling us, you need to pay more, you need to pay more. And of course, like, you know, we had with us like around 8,000, but give all our money that it's usually our budget for food for whole day. It was really painful, especially like when everything becomes so aggressive, you know, like not necessarily aggressive.
Listen to me. Juan Mojito, Juan. Y son tú y el tuyo.
She didn't drink.
Sí.
Oye, mi hermano, ve para allá. A ver, para mi hermano. Me quita la fuerza mía, Cere, que tú tienes. 2 drinks, uno tú y uno ella. ¿Por qué uno? ¿Por qué uno? ¿Por qué uno?
They seem like to be completely fine with us calling police as well. He said, okay, call. So just now, I actually checked on Google. Even the place where they invented Mojito, like the original place, is very touristy. Each drink should cost around $6 to $7, so roughly around 2,100 to 2,200 peso per drink. Max. And don't forget this guy, he promised that it's a local bar, local place where local drink, only local comes.
This is local place, it's very cheap.
But then turns out, he was like, yes, I am local, but you're a tourist, so that's why I bring you here.
It also was our mistake to don't ask the price, like, you know, to don't stay on the price, because when I asked 3 times, he said, it's okay, and
Don't
we're like,
worry, it's very cheap, local price.
and we trust him, we say like, oh, okay, then.
I think this incident, like this group of people really ruined our whole entire impression about Cuba.
And so funny, just now on the street when we walk and I crying, and the guy and girl, like Cuban people, they walk past and they like were so curious, like, and they're wondering what happened, and we said like, oh, you know, these people, they scam us, and after that they look at us and said like, welcome to my country.
That's it.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, here from the beautiful countryside of Cuba. We actually took a bus this morning to this beautiful rural area of Cuba. It's called Viñales. And for the next few days, we're gonna throw away our phones because the internet doesn't work here, and we're just gonna spend time in the beautiful nature of Cuba. So first thing first today, we're actually gonna go to the main city town to grab lunch. And then after that, we're gonna meet one of our guides that we actually just met at the bus station this morning. She gave us a really good package deal, so I decided to go with her. But from what I understand today, we're gonna do some horse riding, we're gonna go to tobacco farm, and then after that we're gonna go to some kind of cave and also watch some kind of sunset as well. So it's gonna be really action-packed today. By the way guys, one thing that you'll notice that is very popular, literally every restaurant serves this dish, is lobsters. I always thought lobster is a luxury, but over here it's less than $10 because apparently the commercial fishing activities here is not very strong by the government, and you know, all the fishing activities are actually controlled by the government as well. And because there's not so much pressure for commercial fishing, there's so many lobsters around Cuba, and that's why it is so affordable. Real fresh lobster. So good.
Guys, if you want to eat lobster for cheap, you know where to come. Okay, let's eat now, and after that, our horse riding waiting for us. So now we're going to do horse riding to go to tobacco farm. Today when we get out from the bus, we meet one woman. She is local and she offers good price to go to that tobacco farm. Just $10 per person.
My name is Daimi.
Daimi.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
Alina.
Alina?
Justin.
Justin.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Eddie.
Eric.
Mi llamo Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
Me llamo
Encantada.
Alina.
Alina.
Encantada.
Okay, have a time. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Adventure begins.
Oh my goodness, his first time on a horse riding like this. Oh my. he drink mojito.
Con ron.
Oh, his name is Mojito.
Con ron.
I like it.
Mojito con ron.
He drunk?
Eh?
He drunk?
My university Spanish teacher is gonna be so disappointed if all I can say is no hablo español the whole time. And that's why I've been practicing Spanish on the language learning app Rosetta Stone, because for the rest of this year we'll be exploring South America where Spanish is the predominant language. So time to up my Espanol game, see? We're traveling almost every day and I've got no time to fit in a 30-minute online tutor lesson, and that's where Rosetta Stone comes in, the sponsor of today's video. With as little as 5 minutes every day, I can do them anytime, anywhere. I can do it at a restaurant when I'm eating, or I can do it at home when I'm procrastinating. Rosetta Stone uses a technique called dynamic immersion, like in real life, pairing words with what we see and hear from native speaker in their own accent. And also because of the true accent feature, it listens to how you pronounce words and give you feedback instantly, so you sound like a local.
Hay 4 sillas.
Hay 4 sillas.
Whenever we travel, speaking the local language definitely is an instant bridge to the locals. It helps them feel more relaxed and often open the doors to us. And honestly, there are times when they will go above and beyond to help us just because we speak the local language. So if you ever get stuck learning a language or trying to pick up something new, why not give Rosetta Stone a try? With our link below, you can get a lifetime unlimited subscription for over 60% off, and that's access to 25 languages for life in just one payment. You can have them forever. Now let's get back to the video.
This is blue bag is for what? For poop?
Ito, popok.
For poop?
Y no kaya
So he collecting poop from his own horse, and after that he bring to his own farm and do like a fertilizers for his own growing, like a veggie or fruits maybe. That's a smart way. And
He did say something about peso though.
I think
Maybe he's selling it.
Yeah, I think he's thinking that he is also selling it and get some money.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my goodness. So bumpy.
Looks like we arrived at his farm and they have many different horses. So pretty.
Hola.
Nice to meet you.
¿Aprende español?
No.
English?
English.
My English not good, okay?
Okay.
No, Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Spanglish,
Okay.
Professional in the horse?
I ride before.
Professional.
No
He
professional.
No
No.
professional, no problem. In the horse, semi-automatic.
Automatic. Semi-automatic.
No total, okay?
Oh, they look a bit tired.
Yeah, they look a bit tired. You can see that the eyes are just closing already because they're so sleepy.
Oh no.
What's his name?
Palomo.
Palomo. Okay,
1,
2.
2, 3.
Woo!
Okay.
There we go.
This.
Yep. All right.
Down, right,
Ah.
left, stop,
Yep.
and go.
I thought they said it's automatic.
Semi-automatic. The horse, the name is Tequila.
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 Nice. Mojito, tequila.
Yes. 1, 2. Okay. Professional.
Yeah, she's professional.
Ayo.
Woo! My goodness, it's like a dream here. The view is so beautiful.
You cowboy professional. Just now he said, "Yeehaw! Yeehaw!" It's honestly, guys, so hard to film same time and ride horse.
No. Alright, so we just parked down the horse, and this is actually the tobacco farm. And all these are actually tobacco leaves. By the way, guys, just a disclaimer. You know, we're here at Tobacco Farm, but we actually both don't smoke. So I think we're just here to learn about the process and just to see it in person. But we're not gonna smoke. Are you gonna smoke?
No, maybe I will try.
In Cuba, tobacco is still grown the old-fashioned way or by hand. Farmers take care of them every single day, watering, weeding, and checking the leaves. And after a couple of months, the leaves are picked by hand one by one. And then they're hung up to dry in wooden barns, and this helps develop this flavor. But it doesn't end there. After drying, the leaves go through fermentation, kind of like a resting phase. On many small farms, they add natural ingredients like honey, rum, and spices to the leaves. They place them in barrels or in large bundles, pour the mixture over, and leave them to ferment for up to 6 months. During this time, the tobacco soaks up all the aromas and becomes softer, richer, and darker. That's why Cuban cigars have such a unique flavor. They're not just rolled by hand, but they're made with a whole lot of love, patience, and maybe a splash of honey and rum. And now we're gonna try one.
Apparently, after they grow tobacco leaves, 10% they are able to keep it for themselves to make the process, but 90% of the leaves they actually give it to the government, and they have a different process.
Just now when I go out from that place where is a lot of tobacco leaves, I don't know why I feel so dizzy and I feel so like I wanna so maybe it's like a tobacco smell or something.
Yeah, you look so pale. Your lips are so pale. You want to sit down?
Okay,
Or you go sit
yeah, I
here?
wanna sit under because it's so hot maybe.
You try one or no?
Yeah, we'll try one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Justin never smoked before.
I don't smoke usually.
I smoked before only cigarettes. I never tried cigar. So interesting.
Here is traditional, you put in a little bit honey.
Oh.
The honey is tradition for Che Guevara, is the natural filter, okay?
Is this Che Guevara?
Yes.
Okay, so he explained that this cigar smokes differently compared to cigarette because usually cigarette, how you smoke is you breathe inside into your lungs and after you breathe out. But this one you just put in your mouth and you keep it there just for taste. Tastes really like your lips become sweet because of the honey and tastes like cigarettes. He said that he smoked this like 5 pieces per day. When did you start smoking?
12 years.
12 years old.
Can you show how you smoke? Professional. Oh, so this is the right way.
He's laughing at me. He's like, this guy's hopeless.
Level 0. Level 100. After that, they showed us how they grow coffee and give us little tasting of local honey
More pure.
and rum.
Oh, so strong.
Jesus!
My goodness.
Wow, that's the strongest alcohol I ever drink.
You feeling okay?
Better now.
Yeah. Just now, Alina actually vomited at the end.
I feel so awkward.
Yeah, I'm glad you feel better though. Yeah.
I think also because I haven't smoked for a long time and this tobacco is like goes inside, and also because of the horse and jumping and my food and tobacco.
Make sure you're feeling okay first, because now we are about to hop back onto the horses and I'm a little bit worried about Alina munting again.
I prefer to come back home faster and just drink water, you know. I just want to drink a lot of water, but we don't have.
Looks like Alina, after the horse riding, again is not feeling too good. Again, her face looks really pale. Today I'm gonna take over this vlog because Alina needs to rest up a little bit. Anyway, now we've arrived at our next stop, which apparently it's actually a cave here. And this is our guide in front. So because the guide here speaks mostly Spanish, but from what I gathered from him, I think he said something like, in this cave, you can somehow, you know, if you look long enough, you can imagine some kind of creature about these rocks, or maybe it's hallucination. I don't know. I think it's hallucination.
Can you go alone? I'll wait you here.
You sure?
Yeah, I cannot.
Okay, you just wait for us upstairs, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Hay mucha lluvia, agua, un río. Bueno, agua.
Oh, okay.
Cuando, no posible.
Not possible.
Cuando agua, no.
I'm not exactly too sure what he said impossible, but not gonna lie, I've got absolutely no idea what was going on for the past 10 minutes that I was there, following this guy around the cave. Half the time I was just trying to guess what he was saying in Spanish and honestly wondering why I was there.
Águila, higo.
Alina.
Higo.
Ego. Ah, I know why I heard Alina. Alina? Alina is ego.
Higo.
Alina.
Ah,
Alina? Ego.
ok.
Elephant.
Jellyfish, medusa.
Medusa.
Medusa, jellyfish.
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 Ah.
Esta aquí, strong.
Strong.
Allí no strong.
No strong.
Okay.
Ah. Uh-huh. Champignon. Okay. But you know, you can see he's trying his best to explain everything. He said, be careful of my head.
Que vamos a entrar por este pie.
Ah, so it's only gonna get narrower and sharper. I'm glad Alina is not here, because otherwise it'll be very hard to take care of her when she's sick.
No posible americano aquí.
Not possible. Okay. So this part, I have to lie down on my body across. How nice, in the middle of adventure, can have a nice lie down in bed.
Por el agua.
Por el Laura.
Sí, agua, un río.
Water.
Water.
Now.
Sí.
Oh no.
Julio y agosto, water.
Oh no.
Sí.
He said now it's gonna be a lot of water. Agua up to here. Well, I didn't expect me to get wet today. Maybe I just completely don't understand what he was saying just now. Ah, so there is no water here now. But he's saying that before here there is water, it's completely flooded. And I guess that's why it formed this kind of formation where erosion takes place. And that's why there's a cave. Now it makes more sense. I was like, what the hell? I didn't expect to get wet today. Well, just now that was like going on a magical journey of imagination or hallucination. Suddenly there was a champignon, there's jellyfish, suddenly there is something else. You feel better?
I don't know what it is. Is it food bad or what?
Food poisoning?
All coming out. How's cave?
Magical journey. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, this is the second time in Cuba I step on shit.
En los hoyos.
Is it you? Unlucky. So unlucky. So unfortunately, Alina is getting really sick right now, and that she even has to wear a jacket. I think she might have got some kind of food poisoning maybe. So that's why she's shivering and she just felt very weak in general. So I think the plan now is that we're gonna go home and get some rest and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Alina gets a little bit better maybe later. Good morning guys, and sorry if my hair looks a bit messy, but last night was such a dramatic night. So after the horse riding tour yesterday, when Alina got back home, she just immediately started feeling temperature and she was just vomiting the entire time. So she was in very bad condition and she was just resting at home. She didn't even go out for dinner end up. So I had to go out completely by myself. But the thing is, here in Cuba, sometimes it will lose power. The entire town could have no electricity. So yesterday I was walking in pitch dark for 24 minutes to the main town. And also don't forget, because in this region it is rather remote, there's no internet. Luckily the restaurant I knew was just walking straight. Just the fact that there's no internet access at all, it scares me. Alina's going back to bed?
No, it's so cold.
You feel cold?
Guys, today I sent Justin to show you this beautiful... By the way, Justin also sick too, but his body reacts differently. He just upchy and sneezing.
Yeah.
I will send today Justin to show you the beauty of the city, and unfortunately I couldn't go. But I will see later through camera. Show them everything, okay?
I'll try my best. So you know how I was saying, in the city it's really tough to walk around just because everything is so far away in distance. That's why I rented a bike today. So the plan for today is that we're going to go and check out a couple of spots around Viñales. Apparently these are actually very famous attractions as well, because I just feel like, you know, if we don't go and explore this area, it's kind of a waste coming to Viñales paying this much money. I'm not gonna lie guys, the roads here are extremely bumpy just because the roads are not exactly paved well. So that's why my butt is feeling very sore, especially yesterday we did horse riding and now today we do bicycle. See how even the cars are avoiding all the potholes. Imagine riding a bicycle here. It is a very tough day to do bicycle around the city. I wish there is like a horse or any kind of transportation inside an aircon would be very nice. But unfortunately this is the budget option, so let's do it. Okay, but on the flip side, we've passed the city town and now it does seem a little bit more peaceful on this side. But today it's just so tough. It's very hard. Well, just when you thought this can be more unlucky, a road bump, and then this happened. This trip in Cuba just hasn't been very successful, hasn't it? Oh, we're so close. It's just there. And then we'll arrive. Apparently we're going to the biggest painting, one of the biggest paintings in the world. So I just want to quickly have a look, and after that we might have to go home. Okay. Go home?
You know, guys, I feel so sick, and the host just now from our hotel, she offered me banana and tea, just like for nothing, you know, because I asked Justin to go to central of the city, Viñales, and buy for me banana, and he walked for everywhere, almost like every street, and couldn't find banana because they said now it's like after typhoon, the all banana trees was broken, damaged, so that's why now it's not season for banana. I was so upset, and suddenly this woman came to my room and like, oh, she's like, oh, do you want banana? Do you want tea? I don't know how she knew about this, and because I feel like she's so generous, so she have a kid, 2 kids. And I wanna, we bring something from Morocco. We bought something like this, like pencil, markers, and this one. So I want to go to and give to her kid. I think she will be happy. Oh, just now we went downstairs and the whole family was there. Her son, her daughter. His name is Adrian. I give him pencils because he is older, 11 years old. And I give to the girl, Giselle. She's 2 years old. I give her markers. Her mother said she never before paint with markers because in Cuba is expensive. So that's why she was so shy and don't know how to take this, you know. But after a while, she becomes so happy and start drawing everything. And it looks so. It just make my heart feel so nice. Cannot imagine, you know, like we're living in the countries that usually like we always have like this simple things when we're young, and she never had this before. So today I saw when she playing just phone, searching reels, you know, 2 years old when you're searching reels, it feels like not enough other activities. So next time if you come to Cuba, just bring something simple like a pencils or markers for kids, and they just will be so happy because they never had this in their life.
Hey guys, we have already arrived in the land of sunshine, Varadero. So yesterday when we arrived, it was really chaotic because when we arrived, we realized we didn't book Airbnb at all.
We drive just now around 6 hours from Viñales to Varadero to realize that we don't have booking.
The Cuba curse continues, and it was just so chaotic because there was no internet reception over there, and we were just struggling. We're asking the locals for help, and then we just like randomly caught a taxi from the original place that we thought we booked to the central of Varadero, and then we just started looking for accommodation. And at the end we went to a restaurant just to eat because they said they have good Wi-Fi there, but turns out there's no Wi-Fi and the food is horrible. After running so many errands, I'm glad to say we found a booking here in Varadero, and today we're gonna start our adventure. You know, the last few days in Havana, in Vinales, it has been pretty unlucky for us, so hopefully the land of sunshine here in Varadero is famous for its beaches and really turquoise blue water, so hopefully there is some good in Cuba that we're gonna experience today. And by the way, good news, there is Wi-Fi here! Oh my god, Wi-Fi, all the messages are coming! This is the first time in a few days I feel like I received messages. Oh my goodness, what are the live updates? What did Trump do today?
This kid was born in 2000, cannot live without Wi-Fi.
I'm Gen Z. And then suddenly this morning, no Wi-Fi. And after a while, now I have Wi-Fi again.
Honestly guys, usually this beach is always so calm, peaceful, blue water. Water is really blue, amazing. But
So beautiful.
a lot of waves today. Today is so windy and almost like no one don't swim now in this beach.
Apparently it's going to be windy until around 2 p.m. today. I guess in the meantime, maybe we could go back into the city and explore maybe the city town a little bit. After that we'll come back. Hopefully the wind settles down and then we can enjoy a nice swim. But that's crazy. This is like the strongest ocean waves I've seen in a while.
Okay, let's go explore city. Let's don't waste time.
So I just want to show you what Varadero looks like on the streets. So because Varadero, if you look at the map in Cuba, it's actually located at like a long stretching island. It's kind of connected to the rest of Cuba, but it felt like to be an isolated tropical island. So that's why the weather here is also very tropical compared to other cities like Viñales or Havana. And people here just has this beach vibe everywhere. It's more spacious. You can see the roads are not very narrow, which is what we like, and a lot of nature around as well. And when it comes to transportation, you've got the vintage American cars, you've got horses, which is more local. Hello. And you've also got the taxi, which is mainly for tourists.
Also, one of the best things you see on these islands are these very adorable curled up tail lizards. I don't know what their exact name is, but we saw a bunch of them just everywhere on this island. They're so cute when they walk as well.
Just now we walk around and suddenly I want to go toilet. So we go this like a shopping mall downstairs, and you know, usually in Cuba, everyone when we go to toilet, they always charge foreigners like €1, €2, but it's like so unreasonable price. So that's why this time I go toilet, and this woman, she was so nice. She's like, oh yeah, just give whatever, like, how much you want, you know, like no need nothing. And I go toilet was super clean, and after when I come out, she's like, give me soap. She opened for me water. She said, this one not working. And also I thought like, you know, before in Morocco, we bought some stuff for kids. I asked her, do you have kids? And she said, yeah, she have a like 7 years old kid. And I'm like, oh, good. So let's go now home, get something for her. And I already promised her that I'll bring something for her. And she was super nice, just like so sweet lady.
So now that we've picked up all the stationaries, we're gonna head back to the shopping mall. But this time going, instead of walking, we actually want to catch one of those cocoa taxis just because they're so cute. And I feel like no Cuba trip is complete without taking one of these. Hopefully we're not overpaying prices.
Hopefully we can fit inside. That looks really small. Don't be so excited, huh? Otherwise they're gonna charge you tourist price.
Slavic face.
Slavic face, please. Slavic face.
Pack de las taquilas. How much would that be? $5. 500 peso? No, not possible.
$5? $5 for like few streets, go street? No way. It's like a 10 minutes walk.
I think the difference is because we walked up to her instead of like some taxi came up to us. That's the difference. Pack de las 8,000 taquilas?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much?
Your choice.
500.
Yeah.
500, okay?
Okay, good.
Okay, alright then.
Yay, this time we're lucky.
I realized cannot cross over here.
Oh, you can go that side. Wow.
Coco taxi.
Yeah, cocoa taxi.
Ah.
Taxi.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Ooh, that was quick. Very nice. Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
It's like riding a tuk-tuk, but in a different shape. And this guy was so nice. He was just now, we asked how much, and it was like, whatever you want to pay. So it looks like he just want to, you know, for us to have fun.
See guys, never trust touristic price. Always like double check with other competitors, you know? I bring something to you.
Thank you for baby.
For babies.
And this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
How?
Correcto.
Yeah, this one, for this.
Ah.
How old is your child? 7?
Seven.
Seven.
This is her son. What's the name?
Carlos Michel. Es pasiva. Es pasiva, хорошо.
Спасибо, хорошо. Oh, it's Russian. Good.
Very good.
I think sometimes people here, they're so more happy for small things than for tips, because you know tips, like everyone can give money, but for this money they almost cannot buy nothing here, because in Cuba just like no import, nothing, no products. Today is good day, finally. Let's go to swim. I hope the waves now is much calmer than before.
If it's not because of strong wind, it's actually so beautiful. It's like a never-ending stretch of beaches along the island, and everything is just crystal clear blue water.
Yeah, I think this is the bluest water so far we've ever been. So on this beach right here, you can rent 2 bunches with umbrella, and everything will cost for 4 hours, 400 peso, which I think is really good. It's around like $1 price for almost whole day.
Finally.
Finally.
Oh, a well-rested holiday, I think.
This is why we came to Cuba. Boy, my pants flying.
Life is good.
Life is good. We are here.
The Cuba curse continues. So today is actually the day we fly out from Cuba, from Havana to another country. And we actually have to take a bus here from Varadero to Havana. So it's going to be a 3-hour bus ride. So our bus is supposed to depart at 8:50, but then they asked us to arrive an hour earlier. So we arrived at roughly like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we waited for almost an hour. And after waiting for an hour, they were telling us that the bus is going to be delayed for another 40 minutes, which means that there's a chance that we cannot even catch our flight. Oh, Cuba, it is so inefficient here. It is getting really annoying, to be honest. We are finally leaving Cuba, and I'm very sorry to say, but I feel like Cuba is one of the countries that I think I'll never come back again.
I'm not gonna lie, traveling Cuba was tough. We had all kinds of bad luck and crazy incidents on this trip. The scam, the food poisoning, the accident, weather doesn't go our way. But Cuba is the kind of place that teaches you to appreciate the little things. The things you normally don't even think about. Like having a pencil or a piece of paper, like eating vegetables or fruits whenever you want, like having internet even if it's slow.
This is the first time in a few days I feel like I received messages. Oh my goodness.
Life here is so different, and it completely changed the way we see things and made us grateful for everything we have.